Good morning, traders. The market's going to open up here in a few seconds. There it is. This is my first time recording a live trading video, so let's see how this goes. Hopefully I can catch some good trades for you to learn from and to profit from on my end, hopefully. Let's see. All right, target here looks like it has some bullish momentum still left over, although it's up over almost 17%. Here's a drop. It's up almost 17% at the open. So a lot of times when we see that, we expect a little bit of a pullback. So let's watch to see if this pullback can have a good enough setup to enter on. All right, so it's finally come back up a little bit. So target did pull back to that pre-market support level of 98.50. Now it's coming back up. We'll look for an entry over the opening high. All right, BZUN is looking interesting on another screen here. I do have charts open up on another screen that I can see so that I don't have to clutter the screen you're looking at, and we could just focus on one stock in this live trading video. So this looks like it has some pre-market support down around 45 that it might make it down to. We'll see if it turns around. Lows is coming down pretty fast. It's a little too fast to just jump in right now, but we'll see if it can turn around. It's a big candle, although it looks like it has a lot of room to go on the downside. Let's see, there looks like there's support around 108 whole number, pre-market way back there around 7 a.m. So see what this does. It is forming a nice wick here. If this comes up above the previous candle high, I might be interested just because it's up around 11% right now. It has a lot of room to the upside and downside. So if there's any sign of a possible entry, we'll go ahead and get in. I actually like the level 2 over here on the right. So I'm going to get in here just over 109 whole number and that previous candle high. So you can see there's a bit of support resistance at 109 on that wick 3 candles ago, and then there's also this previous candle high. That's the entry that I'm going off of. So we'll see how this does. It's a pretty good risk reward down to the previous candle low around 108.50. We'll see if we can get a better stop than that. I just wanted to make sure to get an entry in this one since it's moving so fast. There's a ton of volatility in the market right now, a ton of volatility in this stock. All right, so some time has passed now and Lowe's is finally making its move up. It's shooting up quite a bit. My stop is currently just under 109 whole number. Let's put in 600 shares here to get ready for an exit. I like this move up. I'm looking for a test of 110 whole number and a test of the opening high, really. That would be ideal. We'll see how it handles that 110 whole number. It looks like it's turning around a bit. The level 2 is, so there's some strength on the buyer side on this candle currently, but let's watch it and see what happens. The buyers are dropping. Okay. Buyers are dropping. Let's see how this does in this candle. It looks like it's starting to build some more momentum to the downside. I don't like that. It's very fast move down. The buyers are dropping very fast. The ask is building a little bit now at that 109.30 mark. We're just about at our break even. We just went below break even. We're hovering above and below that level that we entered at around 109.29. So let's see if this gets to 109 whole number or not. Hopefully it holds up. All right, I don't like this move down. It's going down pretty fast and it crashed through 109, but the spread didn't let me get out. So let's get out right here. Let's just get out of this trade for a $248 loss. That's not too bad. Let's check out what Urban is doing. All right, looks like there was a trade that we missed in Urban. This original U-shaped formation at the open popped up to around 21.50 and then pulled back and then moved back up. Well, it's a little bit big of a stop. You could have used 21 whole number. I do like this stop better if this continues up from this little pullback. It looks like there's going to be some resistance pre-market. Let's check that out. Excuse me, there's on a Mac. Some resistance pre-market at 22.28. So let's see where this gives us a low at for a stop. Let's see if we could go all the way to 22.50 or something. This does have a lot of room to the upside. It's only up 5% right now. I like to see something over 4% to get in a trade for opening breakouts, gap ups and gap downs. This is up 5%, so it has room to move still. All right, here's a big move up. It's giving us a decent low of this pullback for a stop. Let's put an order in here up over the high of day. See if we get filled on that one. All right, target is triggering on another screen. This is a much better pullback to trade on than when it first broke the opening high. The opening high was just over $100. Okay, I like this move more. I like this break over the opening high. Let's get in here. Filled at 117 cents. Let's see how this goes. We have some room to the upside at 160 for a high of day, and then also 101.50 for high of pre-market. My stop is here at 99.50 support level. I'll draw it in post so that I don't clutter up the screen here. I'll do some better animations in post anyways. Oops, just realized I only got in for 600 shares for my closing order. Let's get in that other 200 here. I like this move. And what's Urban doing? Urban has kind of made a move up. It looks like it's slowing down. There's a huge volume spike there 3 candles ago. All right, here's a move up a little bit and back down. We'll see how this goes. I don't like how the volume is drying up, but my stop is tight enough that I can let this one go for a little bit. Let's see how Lowe's is doing. Yeah, Lowe's is just continuing down. Look at that, down to 108.50. All right, Urban, a few candles later. Yeah, it's just going sideways. Target's also going sideways a little bit. It looks like the whole market is drying up just a tad with this huge volatility at the open, but I like the wicks to the downside. There's a lot of buying pressure in this one. The bid is still strong. Looks like that $100 mark is still proving to be a bit of resistance. If it can hold above that, I'll feel more confident. Urban, yeah, a little bit more of a move to the upside and a pullback here. Let's see what this does. We're below our break-even point. Let's check some other time frames. 2 minute, not too bad. See if this ends up coming down below that 22 whole number mark. That will be a bearish sign for me. 1, and then if it comes down below that previous low, the pullback low, then that will be news for me to get out. Level 2 is a little bit more lively right now. Check out the bid and the ask. And when we're looking at the level 2, we're looking at not only the price, but also the number of bidders and the number of people on the ask column. And right now the ask is increasing while the bid is decreasing. That's showing that there's some selling pressure and that the sellers are winning over the buyers. The bears are winning over the bulls. So we're down around 192 here, and it looks like it's going to stop us out. So let's just put in the order at that stop level I told you about. And there's the fill. So that was unlucky. Got hit on that one. Let's check out what else is going on. PLCE, what kind of move is this one making? Oh, shoot. Urban, I noticed on another screen, I only got out 200 shares. Let's just get out of all of those shares right now. Loss of $204. All right, PLCE. Looks like it's starting to make more of a move to the downside. There is this previous trade that could have happened around 75.50. I like that deceleration. You see 3 candles decelerating into this doji with a very high top wick on that one. And you get the tweezer top testing the 76 whole number. All right, I like this move. Let's see if it could break this support level at 72.50 in the previous candle low. There it goes. It's bearish. There's a wide spread. I think I want to get in on this one. The risk reward looks good, even to low of day, but also to 71 whole number. And looking at a few other time frames, this really does look like it has room to continue to the downside. It's already down about 7%. I'm looking to get in under this previous candle low. Put in the order, there's the fill. We are in for 800 shares, filled at 72.41. I don't really like the spread on this one, but it has part to do with the volatility on this. There's a big move to the downside. There we go. Here's what I was looking for. Okay. This one looks like it's going to be a fun ride, a good test of the emotions. Lots of ups and downs. We're 300 in the money, then 100 in the money. It's going to continue down, broke that 72 whole number. But again, like I said, this has a lot of room to go, so I'm not too worried about any of this action right here, I think this is going to go further to the downside. Let's keep watching. All right, after a little pullback, this looks like it's going to test 72 whole number again. I actually like this break as a secondary trade, but because it's a secondary trade, I'm only going to get in for half the shares. That way I'm not destroying my risk profile too much, but I'm still getting in this secondary trade at 72 whole number. There's the break. We are in for a total of 1,200 shares. There's a big move to the downside. Here's the move I was looking for. Here we go. Here we go. All right, $1,000 in the money. Average price now is 72.27 roughly. Here's the test of the low of day. Let's put an order in there just above 71 whole number, just in case that gets filled with this rapid downside move. Although with the spread, I don't think that's going to happen very easily. Normally we put limit orders 1 cent above or below support and resistance levels to make sure we get filled on a 1 cent or 2 cent spread. When a stock tests a whole number, it usually doesn't test the whole number perfectly. When it does, it often likes to break through that whole number. So we will get out 1 cent before resistance level or 1 cent above a support level to make sure that we actually get filled when it tests that whole number. All right, this one looks like it's bouncing back up. It made its move to the downside. It didn't make a rapid move down to 71 whole number. So it looks like if it will test this area again, it will likely break through. It's reversing now around that low of day level. Increasing buyers on the level 2. Let's go ahead and cancel that order. I think this is going to continue down. If not, I'll get stopped out, but I like the looks of this. I like the action on it. I like the big volume spike on these red candles. Yeah, there we go. This looks like it wants to continue down. We have an inverted hammer forming. Let's see if it breaks below that low of day and 71 whole number mark. Yeah, look at this pre-market chart. There is plenty of room for this to go all the way down to 65.16. I have a meeting to get to at 10:30, so I don't have the time to wait until it gets down that far unless it spikes down really fast. But let's see how it goes and try to make profits as I can. 2 minute also looks pretty decent. Nothing giving me warning signs there. 5 minute as well. Big 5 minute red candle going below this doji here. Here's a little bounce up. It's not too concerning for me though. We expect reversals and bounces around levels of support. All right, here's a move down. Here we go. Let's test 71. Let's test that whole number. $1,600 in the money. Let's look to get out under 71. There's a break, but the spread didn't let me get out, so I didn't click the button just yet. Looking to get out of 1,000 shares, leave 200 to run. It's stalling just a bit over this whole number. All right, this one looks like it's just gonna sit here over 71. Let's check in on that target trade. Finally made its move up. See, it consolidated a lot under that $100 mark where we got in, and it did poke up a bunch. So that gets a lot of people buying in, expecting this buy-in over $100, but $100 is a really big psychological round number to trade around. So it hovered under it for quite a while and then finally broke out of that consolidation. I like this move to the upside. Let's see if it continues. I'm going to look to get out for 600 shares if I see any sign of a pullback. Here's some resistance. All right, let's get out there. That one made its move. I didn't like how it was pausing. 𝘕LCE is just going sideways. Let's fix this chart up a little bit. Yeah, it's just going sideways. It looks like it still has downward momentum. You can see on this candle now, the buyers were not able to keep it over 72 whole number, even though it broke through that resistance. Target's making its move up. It's continuing up. Let's see what we want to do with these last 200 shares. It looks like it still is hesitating around this area. Let's just get out here, get our profits and go. All right, 𝘕LCE looks like it finally wants to break the $71 mark for good this time. It's good formation. I like this. There's the break. All right, 1,000 shares ready on the order. I'll get out on the fast break. There we go. There we go. That's a good trade. Got out on the break just to make sure we get filled with the spread. Don't know how far down this one is going to go, but it seems to like breaking through numbers and then bouncing up quickly. That's one issue with trading a wide spread. I still have 200 shares to let run though, because I do feel like this has a lot of room to go on the downside. Let's just place a stop here over 71 whole number just to secure our profits. Close out around $1,600 on that first lot of 1,000 shares. That's pretty good for just 30 minutes of work. Yeah, it looks like it still has some room to the downside. All right, it's drying up a bit. I'm just gonna get out here of the 200 shares. I do believe this is going to continue down, but again, I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. So I'm okay with walking away with $1,950. Let's check out how Target is doing. All right, so it looks like it is still struggling in this area. It's made a little bit of a move up, struggling at 101 whole number. Oh, it just jumped up, broke through 101, still has some resistance at 101.50. I'm right with how that trade turned out. Let's see how 𝘬𝘓 is doing. 𝘬𝘓 has finally made its way back up to 109, testing that level. Now this is where I got stopped out at earlier, so that would have been a nightmare to hold on to. 𝘓𝘓 made a decent move up. So let's see, 𝘓𝘓 finally broke out. It did make its move up. Just unlucky getting stopped out on that one. It's just a strong bullish move now. Let's check out some other time frames here. The 2 minute doesn't look too bad, not great. The 5 minute looks better with this pullback and then breaking up forward. That looks like there's not really a guarantee to the downside. It looks like it's still bullish, carrying that bullish momentum up. So overall, that could have been a pretty good trade. I hope some of you made profits on this one. Pretty strong move to the upside, but I'm okay with how it turned out for my trade. Stuck to my rules, ended up cutting my losses short, just in case that did turn to the downside. 𝘕LCE, just hovering around there. And Target once again, still struggling around this area, not jumping up. So that's it for the morning. Just about an hour's worth of work. 2 wins, 2 losses, still ended up about $1,800 in profit. Well, thank you for watching. If you learned anything from this, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be alerted when the next live trading video comes out.